hands down my favorite episode. It blew my mind in so many different ways. So first, you initially get pitched Lovecraft Country, but at what point do you find out what you're actually going to have to go through in episode 5?
So I got told about the race switching on my second audition, which is kind of a Zoom audition. And I'm like, sorry, what? How are we going to do that? And the actor in me is like, am I basically gone after episode 5? I'm sorry. But, you know, it was such a shock. And like, just the politics of it, like, oh, but why did she do that? Why would you do? Of course it makes sense in one respect, but it feels like a total betrayal of everything that I am, everything that my people are. I'm like, I don't get it. And then I had to get to a point where I got it. And that was really painful. That was really, really painful to kind of explore those feelings and questions. And yeah, so then it was that audition when I realized it was a book. So I read the book after and was like, wow, this is pretty deep. It's painful. It's a painful choice that she makes. And it was painful for me. It was painful for Jamie Neumann. It was painful. Like that specific scene at the end, we were both like shaking, like, because we hadn't I haven't personally but explored that rage within myself. Never done that before. Never done that. Never imagined, like, having to find that is dark.
I can't even imagine from your perspective, because I was completely overwhelmed, I think, in the ways intended by this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go next. Maybe let's start with the practical effects here. Can you kind of walk us through what it takes on set to shed that skin and make that look right?
Cold, sticky. Yeah, they put all, they kind of start with blood and, paintbrush and then they put like gunk all over you, and it's literally, and they have to do it fast enough because the blood is really sticky. So like it starts to dry up, and then it's like a constant like reapplying. And if you touch someone, like it comes off, and and then you're kind of like, you have to be semi-nude, and covering it up means reapplying. So it's just kind of like, there was a lot of towel curtains made around me, and just people just stood there and just, hey guys, like, while it's not pleasant at all.
All the unpleasantness pays off, because I'm just like endlessly fascinated by practical, like, gore type effects, and I mean that's some of the best stuff that I've seen in a while.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess it was real though as well, like, all the stuff in your hair, and yeah, it's real, like it's all there. Like it wasn't the special effects really come in the transition, but the after is all there. Like it's already happened.
So with the effects required, and also just, the more personal, I guess, trying to make the character still feel true to Ruby, no matter who is playing her. What is it like collaborating with Jamie in order to make that seamless?
It was just great. Like, we just talked about her. We spent a lot of time together. We hung out a lot. I would record Ruby. I would record when she was when it was a private moment, I would record her lines, and when she was performing, when she was talking to someone else, being Hillary, she would, do her thing too. But we would record our lines together, and like we just spent a lot of time together, and yeah, all the thoughts about her and Letty and the things that came to me, I just shared with Jamie. We just figured it out together.
A+ collaboration right there.
Yeah.
Before I leave episode 5, one more question, because at the very beginning of the show, Ruby is obviously very well aware of the racism in the country. But do you think that even she didn't know how bad the situation really was before going through this experience? Like, how exactly is her headspace different at the end? And do you think she kind of like got the job done, or is that a rage that's going to stick with her?
Definitely think it sticks with her. I mean, she still is a Black woman from the South Side of Chicago, living in a in a world that's not welcoming, a world that's not built for her. She, the rage, how can the rage ever cease? I mean, it's still, I feel rage, and this is 2020. I feel, I feel a connection to her, and so much time has passed and not enough has changed. Does that answers?
That does, and it very well captures why I am so grateful to have shows like this that deal with those kinds of topics, because I feel like, especially from a different perspective, entertainment like that makes you feel and understand things you might not have been able to otherwise. And if that's one of the ways that I can access that, I'm glad a show like Lovecraft Country exists, because I think we all need it.
Yeah, and Misha doesn't pull any punches. Like, she really is unapologetic of all the highs and lows of the emotions that our characters go through, as women, as Black women, as men, as Black men, as white women. Like, there's the patriarchy. There's so much that she has explored the depths of and the heights of. And it's so unbelievably necessary because I feel like she's done it in a way that hasn't got the censorship. She hasn't censored herself. I censor myself all the time. I've realized I am very rarely honest. Outside of my family, I'm very, very rarely honest when I step outside of the door. I feel like I present the way I need to present in order to survive and feel like I can navigate. But it's an energy that I put into. It's an energy I put into navigating the world that I'm not putting into myself. I'm not putting into my artistry. I'm not putting into my family, my friends, my dreams and hopes. I'm spending this energy paying attention, figuring out how to be in this world that doesn't feel like it's for me. And Misha has taken this she has just said, no, this is it. Like, we're not pulling any punches. We're not going to ask for forgiveness. I'm just going to say it how I see it. Say it how I feel it.